The gig economy. Is it worth it? You've probably seen the ads. Be your own boss, work when you want, unlimited earning potential. For millions of Americans, gig work has become a reality. Driving for Uber, delivering for DoorDash, freelancing on Fiverr, or doing short-term projects on Upwork. According to 2024 data, about 36% of United States workers are part of the gig economy, either full-time or as a side hustle. But while the flexibility is attractive, the real question is it worth it in the long run? To answer that, we need to break down the economics, hidden costs, and lifestyle implications. How gig work makes money, and where it goes. Gig platforms operate as marketplaces. You provide your service, they connect you to customers, and they take a cut. For example, Uber takes about 25% to 30% of each fare, and DoorDash can take similar percentages after fees. That's before you subtract your own costs, gas, vehicle maintenance, equipment, software subscriptions, and even the time you spend waiting between jobs. If you're driving for Uber or Lyft, AAA estimates that the true cost of operating a car in the US is around 61 cents per mile in 2025. For someone driving 1,000 miles a month, that's $610 in hidden expenses, which means a $2,500 monthly gross could really be closer to $1,500 after costs. And unlike traditional jobs, there's no paid sick leave, health insurance, or retirement plan included. The tax trap. Another major factor many gig workers underestimate is taxes. When you're self-employed, you don't just pay income tax, you also owe the self-employment tax, which covers Social Security and Medicare contributions. In 2025, that's 15.3% on top of your regular federal and state taxes. If you're not setting aside money each month, you can face a nasty surprise come tax season. In fact, IRS data shows that many first-time gig workers end up owing hundreds or even thousands of dollars they didn't expect. What is the solution? Track your expenses meticulously, claim all eligible deductions, and consider paying quarterly estimated taxes to avoid penalties. The pros that keep people coming back. Despite the drawbacks, gig work remains appealing for several reasons. Flexibility is a big one. You can choose your hours, avoid commutes, and potentially fit work around family or studies. There's also low entry barriers. You don't need a degree to start delivering food, and you can start freelancing online with just a laptop and internet connection. For many, it's a bridge between jobs, a way to test business ideas, or a short-term solution to boost income. The long-term question: sustainability. One of the biggest challenges is that gig income can be unpredictable. Demand fluctuates seasonally, platform algorithms change, and competition grows quickly. In 2024, Uber drivers reported earnings dropping in cities where the number of drivers surged. This means you need a strategy, don't rely on a single platform. Many successful gig workers diversify. They might drive for Uber on weekends, deliver for DoorDash during peak lunch hours, and freelance on Fiverr for more stable income. Others use gig work as a stepping stone to build their own client base outside of platforms, where they can set higher rates and keep 100% of the payment. Gig work in global perspective. Interestingly, the gig economy isn't just an American trend. Countries like the United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia also have large gig workforces, but labor laws differ. For example, in parts of Europe, gig workers are considered employees, giving them more benefits and protections. In the United States, most are classified as independent contractors, which means more freedom, but also more risk. This flexibility versus security trade-off is central to whether gig work works for you. Practical tips if you're considering gig work in the United States. 1. Calculate your real hourly rate. Include all costs: gas, carware, platform fees, and taxes. 2. Track every expense. Use an app or spreadsheet so you can claim tax deductions. 3. Diversify platforms. Don't rely on just one source of income. 4. Plan for taxes. Set aside at least 20 to 25% of your earnings. 5. Think about the future. Open an IRA or solo 401k to start building retirement savings. 6. Have an exit plan. Gig work is flexible, but building skills for a more stable role can protect your long-term finances. In the United States today, nearly 36% of the workforce participates in the gig economy. Whether driving for Uber, delivering for DoorDash, selling creative services on Fiverr, or freelancing in tech and marketing. For some, gig work represents freedom, flexibility, and the ability to earn extra income on their own schedule. For others, it's a lifeline after losing a full-time job, or a way to escape traditional 9-to-5 work environments. But beneath the surface, the gig economy comes with its own set of economic realities, hidden costs, and long-term financial challenges that every American worker should understand before jumping in. At the end of the day, the gig economy can be a lifeline, a stepping stone, or a trap, depending on how you use it. If you treat it like a business, keep a close eye on your numbers, and plan for the future, it can work for you. But if you ignore the costs and tax responsibilities, you might find yourself working more for less. The rise of gig work in the United States. Gig work isn't new. It's been around for decades in the form of freelance photography, construction work, or seasonal jobs. But technology platforms like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart, Upwork, and Fiverr have supercharged the trend since the 2010s. The pandemic accelerated this shift even further. Many Americans turned to gig jobs for income during layoffs, while others used them to supplement wages that weren't keeping up with inflation. According to a 2024 Gallup poll, over 60 million Americans have done some form of gig work in the last year, and projections suggest this number could surpass 80 million by 2030. How much can you really earn? Earnings in the gig economy vary wildly. A driver in New York City working full-time for Uber might gross $1,200 to $1,500 per week, but after subtracting gas, maintenance, depreciation, and Uber's commission, the net could drop to $700 to $900. DoorDash couriers in suburban areas may earn $15 to $25 per hour during peak times, but slow hours can cut that in half. Fiverr freelancers can charge $50 to $150 per project, but competition from international workers can push rates down. Unlike traditional jobs, gig workers aren't paid for downtime. If you're waiting for rides or orders, you're earning $0 during that period. Taxes and benefits. The hidden costs. One of the biggest differences between a W-2 employee and a gig worker is taxation and benefits. Gig workers are classified as independent contractors, which means 1. Self-employment taxes, Social Security plus Medicare, are 15.3% on top of income tax. 2. No employer-provided health insurance, retirement plans, or paid leave. 3. You're responsible for quarterly estimated tax payments to avoid IRS penalties. Many new gig workers are shocked by how much they owe at tax time because they didn't set aside money throughout the year. On top of that, healthcare coverage through the marketplace can cost hundreds of dollars per month, especially without subsidies. Pros of the gig economy. 1. Flexibility. You control your schedule, choosing when and where to work. 2. Multiple income streams. You can mix gig work with other jobs or side hustles. 3. Skill monetization. Platforms allow you to sell specific talents, from graphic design to tutoring, without needing a business license. 4. Geographic freedom. Many freelance gigs can be done remotely from anywhere in the United States or even abroad. Cons of the gig economy. 1. Income instability. Earnings can fluctuate week to week, especially during slow demand periods. 2. No safety net. There's no unemployment insurance or paid sick leave. 3. Work-related expenses. Fuel, car maintenance, software subscriptions, and home office equipment all come out of your own pocket. 4. Burnout risk. Without boundaries, gig work can turn into a grind with little rest. International comparisons. In countries like Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia, gig workers sometimes have stronger labor protections and access to national healthcare systems, which reduce the burden of self-funded insurance. In France and Germany, strict labor laws mean some gig workers are reclassified as employees, gaining benefits. In the United States, however, the regulatory framework heavily favors flexibility over worker protections, meaning that American gig workers have more freedom but also face greater financial risks. Making the gig economy work for you. If you're considering gig work in the United States, here are strategic tips. 1. Track every expense. Apps like Freelance or QuickBooks Self-Employed can automatically log mileage and deductions. 2. Set aside 25 to 30% of earnings for taxes. Open a separate savings account just for tax funds. 3. Diversify your income sources. Don't rely on one platform. Mix delivery, rideshare, and freelance work. 4. Work peak hours. Demand spikes during lunch, dinner for delivery, and weekends for rideshare. 5. Invest in your skills. The more specialized your services, the higher rates you can charge, especially in freelancing. 6. Plan for retirement. Open an IRA or solo 401k and contribute regularly. 7. Prioritize health insurance. Consider ACA marketplace plans or health-sharing ministries if you qualify. Making the gig economy work for you. The economy affects everyone, including you. But do you actually understand it? For example, why do prices keep rising? Why are some countries rich while others stay poor? Why does your paycheck never seem to be enough? What can you do, personally, to change your financial future? This ebook is exactly what you've been looking for. Understanding Economy: How You Can Improve Your Life is an excellent must-read ebook to help you improve your life. What this ebook will teach you: how the global economy actually works, in simple and practical language. The real reasons behind inflation, poverty, inequality, and wealth. The truth about capitalism, socialism, government spending, and taxes. Why some people escape poverty, and how you can too. How to start your own business, manage money wisely, and protect yourself in tough times. Why crime, corruption, and bad leadership destroy a nation's economy, and what honest people must do. Why sustainability matters, and how a strong economy can exist with a healthy planet. The secrets behind economy, cost of living, interest rates, and personal wealth building. How to take control of your financial life, no matter where you start from. And much more. Many people are buying this ebook to better understand how the economy works, and thus improving their lives. This is not a boring academic textbook full of formulas. It's a practical guide written by someone who believes that economic knowledge can empower everyday people. This ebook has about 480 pages, explained in a simple way so that everyone can understand economics. This ebook is perfect for you. Can you please buy this book, and at the same time strengthen this channel? It's very cheap. You will learn how the economy works, and how you can benefit. The purchase link is https://bit.ly/understanding-economy. As soon as you make the payment, you can instantly download this excellent ebook. And you can start reading it and benefit greatly. Very easy. Learn economics through this book, take control of your future, and help others too. A small investment that will transform how you think, act, and thrive. Don't just survive the economy, understand it, and use it to totally benefit you. Could you please buy the ebook, like this video, write your comments and watch the other videos of this channel? Thank you very much for watching this video.